Hey, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I can't decide on this. I was unpacking some things today in my bathroom and my jewelry, and I remembered this headband I got like 10 years ago. I've never worn, and I got it at a little new store in Kansas City called EB and Co. I was trying to support local when they opened, so I bought this headband and I found it today and I was like, "Ooh, I can't decide if it's cute. Like, is that cute? Is it cute with this? I don't know. I also got excited about all these pearls with our outfit. How do we feel? What are our thoughts? I don't usually do headbands, and this one's always been weird because it has this big knot. Um, okay, Liz Tricks, I'm glad to hear that. Huxley's in the same boat. He's not feeling good, but he's better, but he can't taste or smell anything. And I have a scratchy throat. So if you guys don't mind, I have cough drops and I made myself hot tea. You guys like, okay, Mark Hardman likes it. Oh, Tommy says he loves you. Thank you for passing on that message, Antoinette. And I love that name. Hey, Marie Marion, Tony's Hooter. Thank you so much. Okay, Alana says not so much on the headband. Allie Mack, Rona Cooley, Layla Bradley. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Peace Lady. I do too, Catherine B. Thank you. Okay, so hey, Joe Virus. Rain Virus, Babe. Hey, Malvakai, Mary Barons. Gemini Girl. Tommy says you're his Valentine. Did Tommy pay you guys to come over here or something? Hi, Teresa Devers. Thank you for passing that on. Hi, Angie Mo, DNV, Incarnasol, Tammy. Tammy, that's horrible. My mom is no longer coherent. I am really sorry to hear that, girl. I don't know if that means she's going to become coherent or if I don't need to know either. You don't have to share that. I just, either way, we send prayers to you, girl. Thoughts. Hey, Debbie A. Mike's dad, Conroe, I got your email. That dog is so cute. Oh, he paid you in cash? That sounds like something a criminal would do. We did a COVID test. He doesn't have COVID, thankfully. Hey, Danette. I'll take Russ any day. Good for you, girl. Kid, we're doing this again, aren't we? I brought a different candle that's one of my cheap TJ Maxx candles. So we're going to burn this one. I don't know if I'm going to like it. Eucalyptus spearmint. I thought because I'm not feeling great. You guys know, remember, Joe Virus is so cute. People who have my phone number or email, they will email me after the show to tell me, blow out the candle. It's really cute. Thank you, teacher nurse. Hey, Anna Banana, I have to sneeze. Pajama Pixie. Okay, not together. So let's just do this. Okay, so this is not going to look great anymore. I'm starting to feel like Sally Field and Steel Magnolias. Looks like a football helmet. How are we today? Happy Valentine's. Sarah Byrne. Tommy said you're his Valentine and he loves you very much. My God. Wow. That is really sweet. I'm shocked to hear that. Thank you. Hey, Shay Hey, Sid Green. Kathleen Menzies, welcome. Martha Slemmer. I just mentioned you yesterday because I loved your card with the heart. Thank you, Martha Slemmer. I love you. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Boomerang Beck. That is such a cute name. Nicole Hazelmiller. Mama Smurf. My husband and I donated dog and cat food in your name today at my animal shelter. I love that you did that. That is so special. I love doing that. There was an animal shelter right by my Target when I had my old house in Kansas City. And every time I would go to that Target, I would get cat treats, cat litter, dog treats, something, and I would stop by. I would never look at the animals because that happened one time and then I rescued one and it's not great for me. Malvakai, it kind of does. Hey, Justine. Mods, thank you for being here. Oh, she's on hospice. Okay. I'm really sorry, Tammy. I totally understand. And I'm sorry it doesn't help that I understand, but I'm sorry. Joel Sachs, I did. I took a nap today, actually. Can't remember the last time I took a nap. Oh, this bracelet. I unpacked this today. I used to wear this to work all the time. I got this on Poshmark frick if I know. 15 years ago, it opens like this, and I got it super cheap because it's missing a stone right there. It's originally, they said, from Anthropology, but I couldn't tell you if that's true. I don't see anything on it. But I used to wear this all the time. The only bad thing is you can't wear like a scarf or anything because it will snag it. But I always thought that was a cool bracelet. Kind of fun, right? Lisa Ayers made it. Sorry, guys. I'm a little distracted. Hey, Armine. Jane Aldrich. Barbara Waits here. Debbie Blair. Thank you, Debbie. Just Joan. He spoke lovingly about you. The guy is stuck on you. Just Joan, I find that very kind. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Kestrel. What watch am I wearing? Today I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse watch, actually. I thought it went kind of cute with the sweater. Sarah Byrne, last night was so much fun. I couldn't agree more. Hey, Muffet Lou, happy Valentine's. Just As I Am is here. Anna Witt. I love Anna Witt. Happy Valentine's, my sweet sister all the way over across the world. Hi, Linda. I could glue a fake gem, but the thing is, I had to take a minute to find it. Like, it's so busy and crazy. It's like, I don't know that I need to. Thank you, Abdazzle. I agree. So that's one of the reasons, Justine, I like to buy short sleeve sweaters and sleeveless sweaters. One, because I get hot anyway. I get too warm, but I agree. She said you could wear this in the summer. It depends. I've tried to do that and then it gets too warm. Like, this is a very thick sweater, but I don't disagree. Like, it can definitely transition into spring. Hey, Debbie Zito, Allie Mack. Are you and Tommy having a tiff? No, I hope not. Not that I'm aware of. I haven't, to be honest, Tommy and I don't. He is doing his morning show. He's doing the Sean Atwood show. He's doing something with this tour bus. Hey, Teresa. We don't talk as much anymore. Honestly, I don't think we had a tiff. It's nothing like that. Hey, cheeky brat. I love that, Teresa. He's just constantly doing things, to be honest. So I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel a little bit out of the loop today. I'm not going to share the details. Bohemian Luciferian Witch, welcome, babe. Happy Valentine's Day to the sweetest gal in Tennessee. Jennifer Folsom. I don't know why, but that really gets to me. That feels like a real Valentine's Day card from you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He almost cried talking about you today. That's amazing. We just don't talk that much. They were asking Tommy the same thing on his show earlier. What's up with people? Hey, Goosebump. And thank you again for your super chat, Jennifer. I think people go through stuff like that. I don't feel any which way about it. I feel very indifferent, honestly. I'm not sad about it and I'm not over the moon about it. But the fact of the matter is, we're a long distance relationship and it makes things hard, of course, when I have no idea the next time I'm going to see Tommy. That kind of bums me out. Yeah, Muffet Lou. I think that makes it hard when people live far away and we don't have like a schedule to see each other. I start to get a little bit like, I think it makes, for me anyway, when I don't know when I'm ever going to see him again. I mean, it could be in a couple months. I don't know. Hey, Pat Jonas, it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know the word. It just bums me out. Yes, Anna Witt, I did. Hey, Lisa Laster, thank you. I won't. Thank you, Mike's dad, Conroe. I love you, Joel Sachs. That's so sweet. Hey, Texas Sunshine. Yeah, we don't FaceTime hardly at all, though, Marissa Martin. We just don't FaceTime. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Please be as kind as to yourself today as you are to your loved ones. I know how hard long distance can be, especially when you're feeling off physically. That's it too. Teresa, you can tell. I know that some people can tell. I am off physically and something really, really bad happened today. Hey, Yorkie mom, Pam. I don't feel comfortable sharing the details because it's not me, but it's somebody in my family, and something really bad happened physically. I'm waiting to hear and when I need to get to the hospital, if I need to get to the hospital, hopefully not. We're waiting on some tests. Oh, I'm sorry that Joe Virus is sick. And maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. I don't know. I honestly, I've been waiting all day to hear, and we'll just see. I don't know. It may not be that bad. Huxley asked about you going to Tucson to meet everyone. Maybe you can take him. I'd love to take Huxley with me. I'd love to take Huxley. Honestly, I've never taken Huxley on a trip, and I would like to take him somewhere. That's kind of a goal for me if I can this year. I would like to take Huxley somewhere, just me and Huxley. And I mean a real trip. I don't mean like 2 hours from here and drive to Memphis or something. Like I'd like to take him to the beach or something. I think we both could do that. I would like to do that. The beach is very therapeutic for me. I've felt a lot of healing in the last 20 years whenever I've been at a beach. And I just think I'd like to take him and just tool around some city and just Huxley and me, and it'll be something we'll always remember. Life is unpredictable, but I'll be your long distance Canadian Valentine friend too. To the end, Alana, yes, you will. And I love you. You will always be my friend, Alana. Thank you. Happy anniversary today, by the way. And thank you for your super chat. Hey, Shannon Trim. And guys, I typically like to share details. I don't know the details yet. Hey, Beth knows photos. And oh God, no. Disneyland, not for me. I don't like people-y, crowded places. I just want to go somewhere. Vacations for me are about like being chill. I don't want to have a big agenda. Happy Valentine's, Galen. Yeah, Kim, probably so. Hey, Leanne. Hey, Tony. When I go somewhere, I don't want to have some itinerary. I just want to just relax. Yes, Sophia. So anyway, thanks, Joanne Adams. That's probably it too. And I want to say this, I was talking with a friend earlier about this, and it has to be, yeah, Kim, absolutely. It has to be, I don't know. You guys tell me. Is this the Scientologist in me? I think it's the Scientologist in me. Thank you, Justine. Hey, Ruth. So my sister is really panicking. My sister is very different than me. We're not the same person at all. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see my sister tomorrow. She has, I'm going to my nephew's 4th birthday party tomorrow. He's 4. It's so cute. I can't get over it. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Muffet Lou. All-inclusive resort. Yeah, I would love to be able to do something like that. That's a bucket list thing for me for sure, Kim. My sister's works in the medical field. I worked in the medical field for 12 years, but I don't know if it's a Scientology thing. I feel bad saying this. I'm not panicking. I haven't panicked yet. If anything, I've remained extremely calm. I tend to get very, very calm in hectic situations, and I've always felt guilty about that. Can anybody else relate? I've always felt, and this is not new, like I've always felt bad. Like when somebody's like, oh my God. See, I just snagged my sweater. Look at that. Because of this bracelet. Look at what I just did. See that? I hate that. That's why I don't wear this bracelet. And I haven't worn it in years. Hannika's mom. Hey, V. McWilliams. Lisa, thank you for the super sticker, babe. That's so kind. Thank you. Yeah, V. McWilliams for sure. Brianna and I are very, very different anyway, but I do wonder because she has been out of Scientology for a long decades, and she was hardly in. My sister did very little bit of Scientology compared to me. I was in it for 38 years. She was probably dabbled a little bit, but she probably left Scientology when she was 13, 14, and I was 38. So I'm not really sure if that's, hey, Forehaven and Grimm, if that's a thing, but all I can tell you is I've always felt guilty when somebody gives me like scary news, bad news. I'm like, okay. I feel like I get very solid, like very, I don't know. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I just don't I can't I've talked to my sister on the phone probably 3 times today, and she's like, "What do you know? Have you" like, and that's okay. It's totally okay, but it makes me feel guilty. Hey, Kristen Melinda, happy V-Day, girl. Makes me feel guilty because I'm like, I don't know. We're just waiting to hear. And I haven't heard. Have you heard? And she's like, no, but I don't know why. And I think that they should be. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm just super chill when it comes to that. And then I feel bad about it. I'm like, I feel like I should be panicking, but I'm not. I just don't panic about stuff like that. Um, Thank you for becoming a member, Texas Sunshine. That's really kind of you. Absolutely, Reese. You had to take on a lot of responsibility very young, as did I. You have to stay in control to work your way through whatever comes. That's not a bad point. See, I never thought of that. I knew somebody would have a really good point there. That's not a bad point. Like having to be in control and trained to be in control since I was little, maybe. Hey, jazzy girl, you're usually on the replay. I love you. Thank you for being here. Um, How is it okay that with Scientology, how could you be in 38 years and others in for 5? I don't understand your question. Can you rewrite your question? Rachel, I agree. Reese, it's just as normal to have a delayed emotional response as it is to have immediate anxiety response. It feels so awkward when your response is different than others. It does. It's just a weird, especially when it's really different, right, Teresa? Like my sister is having serious, like she's just reacts differently. It's not bad, it's not good. But to feel that energy with my energy of like, okay, yes, understood, like, yes, I'm assessing the situation. I haven't heard anything yet. Like, and also Wilford Harry, what do you mean? Also, I feel like I also want to get all the details of something before I freak out. Like, I want to make, like, oh, I'm not able to speak today. I can completely relate. I get very calm and laser focused on what needs to be done. I fall apart after the crisis. That's probably true. Liz Tricks, you make a great point. I would say I have that characteristic as well. Most likely, you're right. We kind of hold it together during the crisis. You're right. But when it's over, that's when you fall apart. I tend to do that. That's a good point, Liz Tricks. And thank you for your super chat. You have a very calming presence. I feel like you are a go-to person for people in your life as well. Allie Mack, that's such a nice thing to say. I don't know that that's true, but I don't have a lot of people. I didn't always have a lot of people in my life. But that's such a nice thing to say. Kim says some have fight, some have flight. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, don't panic because you have peace. It's okay to feel the way you feel. You're completely different. People are, yeah, Shannon, you're right. People are totally different. And I don't think, hey, Sam Fibro Fox, I haven't seen you for a while. I don't think there is a wrong way or a right way. I think it's let me give you an example. I've been to well over 100 funerals. I break down at funerals. I get loud. I have gotten so loud at funerals. When I was at Fred's, especially my husband who died, I'm embarrassed thinking back about it. I had my head in my lap and I was hysterically crying, like not trying to be quiet at all. You know how some people are just very like wipe their tears or I get it depending on who it is, but I get super loud and I can't control myself. There's nothing I can do about it. Have always said when people question how people must be guilty because they don't react properly in a situation, they'd want to send me straight to jail. Interesting, Jane. You were in 38 and your sister till she was 13. I thought with Scientology, you're in for life till you find a way to leave. I see. Sorry, guys. I'm having a throat issue. I'm probably going to do that a lot. Hey, Bernsey. My sister, I don't often tell her story. One, because I don't know all the details, but two, it's her story to tell. And she left and lived on the streets. So she blew, meaning an unexcused leave. That's the definition of a blow in Scientology. She blew the Sea Org, and they couldn't find her. She lived on the streets for a long time. So a lot of people blow, tons of people blow, but you go recover them. She just didn't get recovered, if that makes sense. Don't feel bad. Having someone calm around in time of crisis is a good thing. Yes. Baby steps. Thank you for saying that. I think some people find it annoying. Like, I think a lot of people, thank you for your super chat, want you to be more reacting. I mean, let's be honest. When someone is in a panic or angry or what have you, they want you to also be reacting and matching that energy to a degree. I remember when I used to fight with my ex-husband, he'd be screaming and just at the top of his lungs. He used to spit on my glasses. I have contacts in today, but I would always have to he'd get so close to my face screaming, he'd spit all over my glasses. And I would just do this. Okay. And it would drive him insane. Now that I think is my Scientology training. And he used to say that. He'd go, "You're using your bull bait training on me." And he'd get really pissed. And then when we'd be calm and not screaming and fighting one day, he'd go, your bull bait training, your TR training kicks in and it makes me insane. It flips like a switch. And I'm like, what would you prefer? That I scream back? Like, is that what you want me to do? No, I'm sorry. I don't fight like that anyway. I have being in Scientology, but I don't scream at people. I really don't raise my voice. It's never been my go-to. I don't like skip to rage and anger. It's just not my thing. If anything, if I get really, really upset, I start crying because I'm so mad. It's not because I'm like in grief mode and broken. Like, I don't feel like I'm breaking. I'm so angry that like tears come out. That's what happens. It's a weird, weird thing. You have a safe space energy, Reese. Thank you, Ruth. I really appreciate that, guys. That's a very kind compliment. And people respond differently. I'm one that freaks out before the bad thing even happens. Others are super. Yeah, that's true. Angie Mo, that's so true. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, Marlugo. And again, I'm sorry for what you've been dealing with. Hey, Heather, I'm glad you made it. Hey, Amy Edge. That's a good point, Barbara Waite. People equate being calm with not caring, and that's so untrue. I think it's just a coping mechanism. We all have. I was saying this the other day. Thank you, Annika's mom. I mean, everything is subjective. That's what I was trying to say. It's like there is no right or wrong. You can't get mad at the opposite. You can't get mad at someone who's having a meltdown and not controlling their emotions well when panic sets in, right? Or when there's a crisis or something. You can't be like, "Oh my God, this person's freaking out." Like, that would be judgmental. But it would be just like Barbara said, the opposite of that is people like me. You equate being calm with not caring. So then there's, "Oh my God, she doesn't even care." Look, like, that's not the case either. I saw something. Hey, Ellie J. Oh God, I think I'm really behind. Thank you. Yeah, I've got tea with honey right here, Nicole. I'm just scared it's going to burn my mouth. I saw something. Oh, look at you. Hey, kid. I saw something that said, if you really, it was interesting. It was really interesting. Puka Vista. If you really want to know a person's character, I think it was their character. I think I sent it to myself. Hold on. Let me see. I'm waiting to hear results on this. Your blood vessels. I don't know what that means. I need to check my phone though, to make sure I'm not getting any calls or anything. Let's see. I don't know, kid. Okay. Let me see if I can, I think it was this, but if there's music playing to it, I can't do it. Hey, whine a little bit more. Thank you.
So the true judgment of character is not how people treat you when they're happy, it's how they treat you when they're mad. Like, how do they respond to you when they're upset, when they're not getting their way with you, when you're not doing what they want, when you're not responding the way that they want you to respond. How are they acting? Because it's going to show you who they actually are. One big tool is you should never get into a relationship, you should never get into a business, you should never go into anything that's permanent or or invested with a person before you know how they respond when they're angry. If they're going to respond to you and try to scorch earth and burn everything around you and burn you, it's because that's the character of who they are. And that is where they're going to be, because it's going to show you, right, where what they actually want from you. If you don't give it to them, is it you that they want or the thing that they're going to get out of you? They want a response. They want an action. They want all these things because this is a power thing. It's a power dynamic. And when you start responding to people like that, they're always going to continue to do the same thing, thinking that they're going to get the same response.
Now, that's not exactly what we're talking about here, but I thought that was interesting. So I'm so mad that I snagged this sweater. That sucks. It's not the exact, hey, Kala, it's not the same thing here that we're talking about. However, I think seeing how people do under pressure is just a fascinating subject. There's no right or wrong when there's bad news to come down, right? But it's interesting. Hey, Alicia, happy Valentine's, girl. It's interesting to me. Matching panic for panic doesn't lead to a great situation for anyone. Brianna probably appreciated your calm. You know, honestly, I don't know that she did. I don't know that she did. I couldn't get quite the read on it. Part of that is that girl culture in our society accepts girls crying. Oh, yeah. And judging boys when they do the same. Absolutely. I think that's absolutely true. Hey, Aunt Nene Hobbs. I'll try that, Ghostwriter. Thank you, Shannon. Yes. This. You need to still be able to communicate even when you are super mad. My spouse has a bad temper, sometimes gets mad, but we can still talk it through even when we are mad. Alana, that's a tough one. Hey, Crime Me a River, that's tough. A lot of people do find it hard to communicate when they're super mad. I don't. I feel like when things are really steamy and angry, again, I feel like that's the time I focus and I'm like, okay, let's try to like stick to what we're mad about, because it's also easy when somebody's mad to blow it up and amplify it and go, and that one time, this is the same as. People tend to do that. So I feel like in those moments, I'm like, okay, let's try to stick to the topic here and figure out, like, let's get back to where we were. And I never seem to be good at it. I never seem to be accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish in a moment of when people are pissed. It's really hard. And I've only experienced it with the men I've been with. Like, I don't have that problem with family. I don't have that problem with Huxley. It's only, I tend to pick men, I find, that have real anger issues. Sorry, again, it's my throat. I clam up and cry. Hey, Bailey. Bailey, you came back. Oh my God. Don't worry, Bailey. We're not doing a show today that will make you feel embarrassed or blush. Yeah, my family always was worried because I wasn't freaking out too. My upset came, but in the moment I had stuff to take care of. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Boho Hobo. Happy Valentine's, everybody. Good for you, Judy. I took 5 steps on physical therapy today. First time in months. That's awesome. I love that. Part of it takes a lot for me to be so mad that I lose control, but I could never stay with him if he ever lost control with me. That's a great point. Alana, I appreciate you sharing that. I agree with that. I don't ever get the last time. Heather, I hope I'm not getting sick. The last time was of a total loss of control was with my ex-husband, and he would just snap and just go absolutely crazy. And hey, Truth Seeker, he would want me to lose control. And I did a couple of times when it came to my son. If he would start to snap on my kid, that was the only time you'd see me absolutely lose it. But otherwise, it's really hard for me to lose control, honestly. Hey, Mutteraller. My family thinks I'm the strongest because I don't react to things the way they expect me to. I'm just not the type to go crazy, but I do hurt. Absolutely. I just always break down things before I react. Mar, I think you and I are very similar there. I've always admired that about you. I can tell that you have that type of personality and energy just from all the times I've spoken to you on Zoom. And I'm kind of drawn to you, I think, for that reason. Same with Alana. Alana's like that. It's a strength. Teresa's like that. It's this like, you guys all have this like core strength that I'm very drawn to because I think you break things down rather than panic. Like it just doesn't, I mean, now I don't know you guys that well, but I feel it. Liz is very similar. There's just a lot of people who it's a strength core thing in women that I'm so attracted to. Yeah. And Marlugo, thank you for being a member. I'm starting a channel about true crime and justice. Like Q and narcissistic abuse. You and Tommy are so right up my alley. I love that. Congratulations. That's amazing. You should. You absolutely should. That's exciting. If I'm fuming and it takes an awful lot, I become painfully polite, very quiet, and then go for the jugular. People know to run. I could see that absolutely, Ellie J. And you're another one that's just got a lot of strength. But I wonder, Ellie J, is that a British thing? I wonder if British people are a little bit different, like everybody, if it's just like a cultural thing, if you're different, and how you, because Tommy told me once, like British people have that like stoic. He taught me that word. I didn't know what it meant, but are you guys more like calm in your demeanor when you're angry? I wonder. Our brains are so different, kids and adults that are somewhere on the autism spectrum experience emotion so differently. This is part of what folks mean when they say they are neurodivergent. Interesting, Teresa. And I wonder where that all falls into place when it comes to your Scientology training when you're 4 years old. You guys have been my inspiration more than I love that, girl. I'm really let me know. Let me know what the channel is. Let us know. I get that, Heather. Not necessarily. Yeah, Ruth. Yeah, Bailey. I wonder that because you're Scottish. I bet you have a really cool accent. Debbie Blair, that's a great point too. I will give people all kinds of chances, but once I'm done, I am done. Yeah, I get that. I get interesting, Shannon. Shannon gets quiet when she's upset. Oh, that feels good on my throat. British are very sarcastic, but a lot of Americans mistake it for rudeness. For us, sarcasm can be a huge sign of endearment. You know, I have been told by so many British people on this channel that I have British humor. I don't know if that's true, but I can't tell you since I started my channel that people are like, you would do great over here. You have great British humor. Northern Europeans are usually more stoic. It's because our weather is rough and we just live with it. I could see that too, Sophia. That's interesting. Isn't that interesting? That is interesting. Hey, Pam. My sister is very calm and I'm the opposite. They say I'm the bad one, but it's her who you have to watch. You don't know what she is going to do and she is going to flip. Yeah. And a lot of people are that way. And I am sure that comes from something in childhood. People mistake kindness for weakness. Brittany says, I'm pretty calm, but I have a tendency to self-hate rather than take things out on others. I take things out on myself. My inner voice is very mean to me. That's a big one for me too, Brittany. I share that with you. Hey, happy thoughts. Reese definitely has British humor. I've been told that. I could see that, Alana. Thank you, Janet. I'm totally a panicker. This whole situation with my school is completely testing me. The poor principal at my school has to tell me all the time not to worry. Amy, I get that. See, I just don't. Even the thing with Huxley's school, I cannot be assertive. I go right to aggressive. Even the thing with Huxley's school is a terrible situation, but I haven't flipped yet. I mean, when it comes to Huxley, that's obviously a sensitive area. That's why the haters attack my kid so much, right? Because anybody's going to know if you want to attack somebody, attack their child, especially probably a mother. Good night, Sid. Thank you, Sherry LeBron. But even then, it takes a lot for me. It really, I think this is an interesting topic to me. I really find this interesting because this is why I really wish, and it'll happen one day. I don't push anybody to do anything. That's one of my big things. Like, you do what you're comfortable with. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm pushing a boundary. But I really hope one day, Joel Sachs, that is such a kind thing to say, that I will do a stream with my sister. You didn't make me blush tonight. Big love. Bailey, you're so cute. And I mean it. Thank you for coming back over here. I appreciate it so much, girl. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, Bohemian Luciferian Witch, I get that. I'm calm until I'm not. But it would be interesting to do a stream. This is why I want to so bad, but I don't want to push her. Not to mention, guys, hey, Dinky. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm happy to see you. Sherry LeBrun, I love that for you, girl. I always layer necklaces. My sister has a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday party that I'm going to. So she's not available. Plus, she works. She's not available right now. But I think one day it would, one, I don't know her that well. We did not grow up together. I'm 38. I was 38 when I left Scientology, is what I was going to say. She was 13, maybe 14. But the point now is I'm 40 and she's 44. And this is the first time we've ever lived in the same city, in the same vicinity. This was our first Christmas and Thanksgiving together that I can remember. I don't even have a memory of it with her. So it's interesting to me how different we are. And whenever I'm around her now that I live here, just how different we are personality wise. And I'm sure that's because we weren't raised together. We don't have a lot of similar characteristics at all. We look a lot alike. I would say that we look a lot alike, but I would, oh, that's Bo, Bailey. That's my big poodle. Bobo? Well, he's a good person. Happy Valentine's, Bobo. So I think one day, again, don't want to push, but I think one day it would be amazing to do a stream with her and let her tell her story, and just talk about the differences in our lives. Like, as far as we're just two totally different people. Even talking, I don't talk to her that much. We text, but we don't talk on the phone a lot. And I did go visit her a couple weekends ago, and I'll see her tomorrow. But whenever we're together, I try to really pay attention to our personalities and just how different they are. Yeah, it would be. I would love to have my sister on sometime, Debbie, but I'd love to get her Scientology side of things. Yeah, it would be. And just, if she, I know, for instance, I know that my sister is still extremely, she feels a lot of pain about the loss of our dad, our Scientology dad. Like, it still doesn't sit with her at all. She can't get past it. She can't get through it. I shouldn't speak too much for her. It's just what I observe. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong saying that. But to me, it seems like she has a really, really struggling, tough time still accepting. And, I'm sure that I went through this too when Huxley was little, and her kids are little. And I think that she's got these little kids. He lives here. And I think it's hard for her that he has these grandchildren that she's like, he has no part in. He doesn't care. I went through that too. I went through that stage too. It was really hard when Huxley was little. I don't feel it now, but I feel like she's always, Allie Mack, being relatable and creating a safe space for everyone in chat. Thank you so much. I really work hard to do that, but I think we all do. The mods do, everybody here. Does she watch my show? No, my family doesn't really watch my show, and that's perfectly fine with me. My mom will sometimes say, sorry, I don't watch your show. And I'll go, we live 5 minutes apart. Like, I talk to you every day. You don't need to watch my show. It's okay. Do you ever think about taking your story on the road? Bailey, I think about it all the time. And I think about, how could I do that? If I could find somebody, like hire somebody or figure out a way to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yes. Yes, it's my passion. I would love to go spread awareness, talk about the gestures, talk about Scientology, just talk about my upbringing, possibly write a book. Yes, all those things, Bailey, all those things for sure. Thank you for asking that. And I totally agree here, Shell. It truly is his loss. You've got to live your life. It goes by quick. I agree with that. But we can't, and I know you know this, Shelley, but we can't get people to see things like that. I have had many talks with her about that. Like, it's never going to change. People only change when they want to. The behavior is there and behavior is truth, right? So how a person behaves is the truth. No matter anything else, that's the truth. And I think I've done a lot of yeah, Bailey. I think thank you, Nicola. I don't like to leave my lane. And I say on here, I don't tear down other content creators. I don't really tear down anybody else, whether it's a content creator or somebody in my life. And this to me isn't tearing down. Hey, Joanne Ventrilla. This to me, though, is an observation. Absolutely, Pam. Do you feel like your sister is a stranger because you didn't grow up together? Yes. There's tons of things I don't know about her. Not that long ago, I asked my sister if she even went to high school. I don't know. I didn't know the answer. So yes. Does she have a good relationship with her in-laws? Extremely good relationship with her in-laws. Yes. They'll all be at the birthday party tomorrow. Now I don't remember what I was going to say. Yes, I do. I don't like to label other people. This is where I'm going, actually, Armine. This is exactly what I was going into. I don't like to. Hey, Sherry Taylor. I have a real issue with people who, and I used to do this, so I'm guilty of it too. Okay. But I have a real issue with people who want to call the shots in your life. I get texts from people even now or emails, and you know this, I've told you guys this, who are like, you should be doing this. So here's what I did. I'm older than you, and here's the steps I took to get there. And here's what you need to do. So you're going to get this book, call this number. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. I really have an issue with people who do that. Now, I don't tell them I have an issue with it. I just don't absorb and adopt what they're telling me to do. When somebody gives you advice, of course, you don't have to take it. And that's what I do. But I'm like, do you not realize what you're saying? Like, obviously they don't. They don't have bad intentions. It's just, I think people come on way too heavy and strong sometimes with, here's what you need to do. I don't do that to people. I don't like doing that to people. It's not bad. I don't want anyone to take this as like, they're just trying to help. Geez. Yes, that's exactly right. Hey, GeoPlanet Jane. Hey, Pamela. They're just trying to help. And what do we talk about lately? You have to meet people where they're at. That's where they're at. You can't change it. You can't change the behavior. We can make them laugh. We can make them a cup of coffee, but we can't make them change. Well, yeah, Shelly, but let's be honest. Unsolicited advice sucks, she says. Yeah, Ruth says smile and nod and do what you were going to do anyway. That's what I do. Some people have very strong personalities. It's unsolicited advice, but we're always going to get it, Shelly. Like my mother does that to me a lot. Mothers do that. Like my sister does it to me a lot too. And sister, like it's okay. And I do exactly what Ruth said. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I think that's definitely an idea. Like that's how I address those things anymore. I'm just like, yeah, thank you. That's definitely a path. I appreciate you sharing with me. That's typically what I say. A lot of you have gotten my responses in emails. That's one of the first sentences I always say. I want to make sure you feel heard and I want to make sure you feel validated. So I'll say, wow, thank you for sharing that with me. But I'm not going to reject you and go, okay, I'm not going to take that. I mean, I just accept your email and I'm like, okay, thank you. Hey, Hux, can you let Kid out, please? It's not offering advice, it's giving it. I totally agree. So the point of this, Reese, was your dad as awful to Brianna as he was to you, like verbally? Thanks, son. Not you're my daughter, degraded being, or was he more indifferent? Debbie, that's a great question. My dad was way worse to Brianna. I was the baby. I have 2 older sisters. So I was the youngest. And my dad was so much meaner to my older sisters than he was to me. They really, really got the brunt of it. I don't know why that is. Once it was all said and done, I would say he hates me the most now, for sure, because I'm an SP. My dad hates me more than anything on planet Earth. So I ended up being the most hated. But no, growing up, he was so much meaner to my sister. I couldn't tell you why. So my point is, that was long and drawn out. But I make a very big point to not do that to people because I don't like it done to me. I'm really, really aware lately, more than I've ever been. If I could say one of the biggest things that I've learned leaving Scientology and starting this channel and learning from you guys, learning human behavior, making real friends, learning unconditional love, all of that, I think you guys have made me let my walls down enough and feel safe enough to communicate that I'm super, super aware of how I talk to people. And I'm super aware of how the delivery is because I don't want to be treat others how you want to be treated is what I'm trying to say. I try to treat people exactly how I would want to be treated. Like, and maybe that's not the right way to do it because not everybody wants to be treated the way I want to be treated, but I over communicate. We know that. I overshare. But I also don't do small talk. I've talked about this a million times. I want to get to the thick of something. I really want to get into it with you and connect and talk and get to the other side of it so I can go, I understand you so much better now. I'm so glad I know that. That's why I love your emails because people will email me and go, so many of you, it's kind of weird how I've never said this to you guys before. It's weird how many of you have this one trait in common and you don't know it. And it's amazing. This is amazing. Since I started this channel a year and a half ago, Jam, same to you, babe. I've gotten my one inbox, reesequabell@gmail has 8,000 emails now. I'm super behind. I'm probably never going to catch up. Plus you guys, hey, Sandra, plus you guys message me on Facebook Messenger. So it's a double whammy. Don't stop because I love it. Just know that I get behind. One of the biggest traits all of you have in common, and it's wild to me how many of you even word it the same. I think this is such a cool human trait. You guys will start your emails with, hey, Reese. One will always say something like, I've never reached out to a YouTuber before. This is my first one, which always really makes me feel validated because I'm like, that's cool. Or two, the biggest thing you guys have in common that you say to me, I've got over 1,000 emails of this. I know everything about you, but you don't know anything about me. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I think that is so cool. I think that is so special. I love that. Victor, my mods are not OSA, and you're probably about to cross a line, dude. It's not a kind thing to say, and they're not OSA. They're my closest friends. Right, Yadira? And maybe that's not as meaningful to you guys, but to me, I think that's so special that people reach out and they go, I know a lot about you, but you don't know anything about me. And you guys will share really intimate details about your life. Okay, Shell, understood. Thank you. You guys will share. I've had people share with me and say, I've never told anybody except my sister and my therapist this, or nobody knows this, or anything like that. And it's amazing. And I feel so special that people share with me. See? Hey, old Charlie. I trust you, Reese. I almost never trust anyone. Joel, right back at you. I really trust you. I consider you a friend. Even though you're all the way over in South Africa, I consider you a close friend of mine, Joel. I really do. I really do. So thank you for saying that. I don't buy this whole, it's all parasocial crap on here. For me, it isn't. Maybe that is your point of view. Maybe, there's a lot of people, I'm sure there's haters upon haters who are like, she's just taking your money. She's schmoozing you to get your money, blah, blah, blah. You know what? That old stupid, that card is just worn out. But hey, Steph, it's not parasocial for me. I have made real relationships. I have traveled to cities where I've hugged you guys. I've stayed in your homes. Like, that's not the case for me. I'm sorry. It's real. I'm sorry. I have to apologize that it's real, but it's real. Sarah says, I overshare. I'm too honest and straight to the point. I question everything and I love talking through problems. See, so we would get along great, Sarah. I'm the same way. Thank you, Nicola. That's so funny, Abdazzle. Sorry, guys. This is really helping my throat, though. Hey, Christine, I'm glad you made it. You give amazing hugs, Reese. I'll never forget my hug with you, Goosebump. Hey, PJ Mac, happy Valentine's. So, that all to say, that was very long and drawn out. But back to my sister, this is not something I say lightly, is my point. I don't like to, hey, love yourself. I don't like to label other people because I look at it as I have so much to learn and catch up on with the human world that who am I to be like, that person needs this, that person is messed up. Like, I've done that my whole life. As a trained Scientologist, happy Valentine's, April. As a trained Scientologist, Scientologists are the most judgmental people you'll ever meet. Incredibly judgmental. They always think they're better than you. They're always above you. We're in this esoteric group. I appreciate that so much. That's an honor. You absolutely know things about me and my family that I've not shared before. Thank you for being so accepting. I love you, Angie Mo. And you're right. And I respect that. And I would never share anything you've ever told me. Hey, Women's Warrior. So, hey, Allison. What I'm saying is I was trained to know your tone level in Scientology and know how your background is based on your tone level. Screw all that crap. I don't buy it anymore. I just want to get to know you, but more importantly than that, I want to meet you where you're at. I'm really all about that this year. I'm taking a big turn in I don't want to sum people up. I don't I mean, I don't know. I don't hang out with a lot of people. Okay. Like one on one, I don't hang out with people because I've experienced so much personal growth since finding your channel and so many moons of Jennifer. I love that. So validating. Thank you for saying that. That is such a huge compliment to me and this community. For someone to say they've experienced something new is like to say personal growth. What gets better than that? You can't put a price tag on that. Thank you for saying that and taking the time to be here. Jennifer, I love you. And thank you for your super chat. Jolie, hey, Reese, good news. The last and worst med they tried saved mom's life. She's coming home. Guys, her mom has not been doing well. Jolie, that's amazing. Congratulations. Tell your mom that we love her. Everybody's been praying for your mom. That's amazing. Thank you, Jolie, for your super chat and for the good news. Brigida, first live. Welcome, girl. Brigida? It's probably Brigida. That's a beautiful name, by the way. Thank you for being here. Hey, Claire, you too. Hey, Run the World. Reese, let's face it. How many YouTubers do you know who will actually touch base with their viewers and crew when they are going through health challenges or family problems? You genuinely care. Well, to be fair, that's a very nice thing to say, LEJ, but I don't watch YouTube. And I assume all YouTubers are just like this channel. I say that. I don't watch it. Tommy's like, you think your channel is the same as everybody else's because you're a YouTuber, but you don't watch YouTube. And I'm like, that's correct. I assume everybody's the same. And apparently we're not. But LEJ, I will take that. Thank you. So I try, it's not just an act. You have a ripple effect. The stuff you and we discuss is stuff that I then talk to my friends and we all grow. That's so true. That's a good point, LEJ. I do the same thing. Thank you for saying that, babe. I don't hang out with a lot of people. I would say I hang out with my mom the most, but even then, Jolie, we're really happy for you and your mom. Even then, I don't hang out with my mom that much. But when I do, my mother is almost 70 years old. She's very set in her ways and she's not flexible or open to new things. So my mom is one of, thank you, Christy Nicole. That's so nice. My mom is one of those people. And I know that she's not uncommon because I worked in the corporate world with older people. And as amazing as older people are, some of them are very judgmental. They've seen enough. They've seen it all. And they're like, oh, well, she needs to, well, they need to, well, that person needs to, well, their marriage is over. Like people just loosely and too often call things about other people. And I think I'm overly sensitive to it and have learned enough from that topic because of this YouTube experience. People jump on hate so much over here. They jump to conclusions, they take things out of context, they assume things about my life. That's the funniest one is people just make up pure lies. They're like, "Did you see that one live? Because that means that she's going to be doing." Like, people know me better than I know me. They can predict my future. Like, I cannot stand the lies, but I also don't look anymore and I don't care. But the point is, there's so much of that out there. I think I'm really sensitive to it to the point where I really try not to do that to other people. I don't want to sum you up. I have no idea what you're going to be doing. Thank you, Tony. I will. Hardly any channels are like this one, and it's so needed, which is why I'm doing mine this way too. People need interaction. Much love. Thank you, Women's Warrior. Yes, you can't have enough channels like this. Thank you, Sandra Ferguson. Your channel is not like everyone else's. This is why I love so much about this channel. It's like a bunch of friends sitting around the table. You know, I was thinking about that. I did, Elizabeth Whitney. I was thinking about that. This channel, I didn't watch the show, but a lot of people have said this channel is like Seinfeld. I think because Seinfeld was like a show about nothing, if that's correct. I didn't watch Seinfeld, but I did watch Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO, which was the co-creator of Seinfeld, Larry David. But I love that about this show. It's about nothing. I mean, it's not about nothing. It's about very important things, but every day is totally different. Hold on, my dad just texted me. Okay. Right now, we're just going to observe and see what they say tomorrow. We're going to stay in the hospital. I have not met Tom Cruise, but I've met John Travolta and Isaac Hayes. Hey, Susie with an S. That's what I like about you, Reese. We just chat about whatever. I agree. You're a different kind of special. You're kind, welcoming, wholesome, and very honest, gorgeous inside and out. Wow. You're amazing. You interact with everyone. Not many do that. Sarah Byrne, that is how I want to be remembered. So thank you for saying that. Hey, Joe Mama, I feel like I haven't seen you for a minute. I'm happy to see you. Thank you, Joe Mama. Yeah, Joel. I love Joel Sachs. This channel is filled with love, not hate. That's why I love it. And I watch it 2 a.m. in the morning. I love him. You have a long distance relationship but lived together for many years. I would love that, Allison, if you did that. Reese, I love this channel. You're not fake. I've been watching you since Aaron doxed you. Wow, the change in you is inspiring. Thank you for sharing yourself with us. That is so nice, Sandra. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I love Jason P. I'm 44 and can honestly say that Reese is one of the strongest people I have had the pleasure of knowing. Reese is the real deal. Learn from her perseverance and tenacity. Love you, Reese. I love you, Jason P. I love you and Andy. Thank you for saying that. I consider you a true friend, and I intend to come stay at your house sometime in Colorado because you said you have a bathroom that I can have on my own in case I had to poop in it. Thank you. I like the Any Topic episodes. So do I. Listening to you, Reese, I'm just getting ready. This is for Valentine's treats for the fur babies. Marlugo, thank you, babe. I hope you have fun, whatever you're doing. Thank you for your super chat. I love you, Mar. Jamie Castro, that's okay. We don't have to announce when other people are live streaming. I mean, we just live stream when we live stream. I don't pay attention to that. Old Charlie, I read your energy, Reese. You speak your mind and you got heart. That is so nice, old Charlie. Thank you for saying that. I like how effortless and common you make doing your magic look because it's normal to you. That's so cool, Sophia. That is so sweet. Thank you. Joe Mama, I'm sorry you had a tough week. I hope it's over with for you. Did I answer him? Okay. Yeah, I did. So, Pepperoni Nips, good to see you. So the point is, going back to my sister, this has really been drawn out, but actually I've enjoyed it. I I believe because of our father, how much damage our father did to us. I really believe that my sister could benefit so much. Thank you, Hux, from therapy. So much. Yes, Colton Crims tonight. Yes. 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Tommy's time, 6 o'clock West Coast, 9 o'clock, I guess, East Coast. I did, Raymond. Happy Valentine's, Raymond. He's one of my Valentines. I believe so much in therapy. I know people, I've heard people say weird things about a kid. Quit being. I've heard people say weird things about therapy, and I don't push therapy on other people. I know it works for me. It doesn't probably work for everyone. Come on. You're being a lot this week, kid. I wanted you to be your mom since the first time I saw you. I still do. Joanne, you're so sweet. Prayers to you, Joe Mama. Yeah. Been a fan of Tommy's for a while. I'm saying I understand why content creators are suspicious of people. Yeah, Tommy is very suspicious of people. He's had a lot of hate thrown his way too. Hey, Buffy. So I don't know. Kid is being extremely clingy this week, Shell. But I will say therapy has really helped for me. Joe, actually, fun fact, I do too. I do too. Irina, welcome. Haven't seen you in a long time. Therapy has really helped for me, but I know that my dad did a real number on my sister. And again, I hope she shares her story here with us one day. But I tell her all the time, like, even if she could just have therapy like once a month, I think it would help her so much. Antoinette has silver dollar nips. Interesting. Mine are not quite that big, but they're kind of large, to be honest. I think I always called mine baloney nips, to be honest. And Tommy goes, "You don't have baloney nips." He always says, "You have Italian nips." I don't know what the hell that means. Does he mean like Italian sausage? I don't know. But he always says, "You have Italian boobs." Isn't that weird? It's so weird. Well, Irina, I'm glad that you're here. That's okay. And from Massachusetts, I'm happy you're here. Salami, pastrami, I don't know. What is Italian? What are Italian boobs? Tommy's the first person. Who else told me I had Italian boobs? I think I showed my boobs to Tampa B. Was it Tampa B? Sorry, Bailey. Somebody, there was some female that I got naked in front of when I was at her house, and it was somebody from YouTube. I don't have a problem getting naked in front of people. It doesn't bother me. Hey, Lisa Kelson. Old Charlie. Oh, here we go. Guys, it is Valentine's Day. I have to be honest. I've always been super, yeah, the more successful you are, Reese, the more people will want to bring you down. It's crazy. Just do what you do best. I may not be here all the time, but when I can, I enjoy listening. Dinky, that's so kind. And you're absolutely right. That's the best advice I could take. How many Italians has he seen? A lot. I've always been super self-conscious about my boobs. Kathy, welcome. I've always been super self-conscious about my boobs. Hold on. Oh, I thought she was going to say something about it. And then I looked it up someday, and I talked about it with a guy I was seeing, and I've never felt comfortable with my baloney nips. And one guy said to me, he goes, and it changed how I felt about him. So if there's any women out there that feel this way, and yeah, Joe, pink, brown, reddish skin tone nips. Yeah, they're all different skin colors too. Mine are kind of brownish. I remember a guy I was dating in my 20s called me his brown bear, and it freaked me out. I was like, why do guys have to do this? Joe, you are. Kala, she's a lot. Maybe rain virus, but I will tell you, one time a guy said to me about my boobs, he said, "No, they're good." And I said, "No, I hate them. I want like those little tiny cute ones, like just the little baby ones." And he said, "No, you don't. You know why?" And I said, "Why?" "That's what I want." And he said, "Because those are masculine." He said, "Those look like male." He said, "When they're bigger, that's more feminine. It's more feminine. Like it's more womanly." And I thought, "Oh my God." I mean, that's a different point of view. Me too, Rain Virus. I totally have baloney nips. Um, I wish that see, this is a good topic. Kid needs to relax tags. Shelly Kelly, no joke. Thank you for your super chat, babe. I think this is a good topic because I've always been super self-conscious of my nips. And I think that a lot of women probably have the same kind I have. Guys, I'd take my shirt off right now if I wasn't going to get in trouble for it. I'd love to come to St. Louis. Apparently, that wasn't enough for fur baby treats. Binion says I embarrassed him in front of Gertie, so here's more fur baby tax. Happy Valentine's Day. Sending love. You are hilarious. You and Binion both. I love you, Marlugo. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. And again, have fun tonight, babe. I love Marlugo. I always wanted cute, tiny nipples. My husband told me the same thing. Yeah. Does anybody agree with this? Like the larger ones are more feminine. Yeah. See? Liz Tricks. I always wanted little ones too, but that makes a lot of sense. And look, I like the tiny ones. Even though that guy told me that, I still would like to have those little ones. My mom and sister have like little tiny ones. And I'm like, why do I have chihuahua legs and baloney nips? Like, where did I come from? I know I came from my parents because I look like my parents, but it's still weird. So I have Italian. My grandparents are all from Italy. So I'm also wondering, like maybe Tommy said, you have Italian boobs. Like your tits are Italian, big time, girl. It was so weird. When I first showed Tommy my boobs, I was like, I know you like fake boobs, and I know that these are ugly. And he was like, those are great. He was like, you have Italian tits. I was like, what? What the hell does that mean? How can you just call that out, by the way? Tommy can, because he's slept with like 5,000 people, which that's not entirely a comfortable place for me. It's not a number I can live with, but here we are. And Anne is comfortable in her nips. I think mine are medium size. I've never really compared them with anyone else. Well, good for you, Anne. Angie Mo's laughing, but Angie, what are your nips like? Irina spent a lot of time in Russia. Do you have Russian nips? Allie Mac. Yeah, Joe Virus. To be honest, I've never seen boobs I haven't liked. See, that's the thing too. A lot of men don't care. I think guys don't care. We care. They don't care. Even my fupa, I'm pretty sure they don't care. Like, I'm sure I could have sex with someone else at some point and they'd be like, I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to, but this is my nipple judge application fee. Mark Hardman, thank you for putting in your $20. That's what the fee is. So anything below that wouldn't have been accepted. Thank you so much, Mark. We love you. What do French boobs look like? German boobs. Let's ask, is Sophia still in here? Sophia's German. What are your boobs like, Sophia? Again, Bailey, I'm so sorry. It happens. It just does. Oh, there's Sophia. It's just nipples. We all have them. They look different from each other. I never cared too much. That's your German right there. I can hear her saying that. It's just nipples. We all have them. They look different. Like I get better layers. Like she's hardcore. Sophia's hardcore. You have large nipples for a man. Interesting. I've not seen, like mortadella. Jeff used to love mortadella. I haven't heard that word since I was married. Yeah, next time we FaceTime, show me your nips. I've never paid attention to my nipples. Does that make me a horrible woman? No, that makes you a confident woman, Buffy. I think there's something very wrong with me that I'm 40 and I've been focusing on my nipples for this many decades, and it's concerning. Now, I think I've gotten better at it, especially when that one guy said that to me. He goes, "No, the bigger the nip, the more feminine you look." And I was like, "Okay. All right." Big boobs that my kids call their pillows, huge. Yeah, there you go. Alana does have huge tits. If they hang to your belly button, it's totally fine, Claire. We are our own worst critic. Yep, absolutely. Interesting, Franklin. I'm sure that's true. Too bad we don't have more guys in this chat. I once had a girl tell me She saw the joy leave my face when she took off her bra. She was incorrect, but I never heard the end of it. That's weird, Joe, because I don't see that about you at all. You're very accepting of women. You're very loving. But what about the color? I've always wanted dark nipples, but mine are pale. Shelly Kelly, that's weird too. The color is weird. Tommy told me this. They're all different colors. Mine are like brown, like full on brown. It's weird. Now I'm curious about your nips, Shelly. May have to see them someday. Thank you, Run the World. I mean, I'm a black woman and mine look like peanut butter kisses. Oh, well, you're a beautiful black woman. You have a beautiful skin tone, Shay. I bet you have amazing boobs, to be honest. Thanks for sharing that with us. Okay, Bailey, good, good. I'm scared you left us. That is such a Sophia answer, Rain. I totally agree. Liz Tricks, get better nipples. This was the Valentine's Day that we all needed. Oh my God, Liz Tricks. We're going to make her say that in the Zoom call. Interesting, Christy Nicole. That's exactly what I would expect Sophia to say. Sophia is a no-nonsense friend. Absolutely. I love my nips. I never used to fill them. Be able to fill them. And I've taught myself how to enjoy them and like them. Good for you, Pepperoni Nips. And I love that that's your name. You just put it out there. Yeah, old Charlie. Same. That's me. Rain Virus and I are like the same person. I have tiny nipples. I have little nipples, but the areola. I have pepper. They're baloney. I have baloney nips. Man, I'm glad we're sharing this. Lesbians don't care. I will say my nips look really hot when I'm super tan. I used to tan in a tanning bed when I was in my 20s, and I got laid a lot. Let's put it that way. I'm curious about your nips, Abdazzle. Not exactly, not sure how exactly German boobs look, which is weird because I love boobs. Sophia, you'll have to show us your boobs sometime. This is this is the kind of stuff the haters get so mad about this stuff. But this is the kind of stuff we want to normalize. This is the topic. Like it's universal. Is this not a beautiful thing? Look how many women in here like, oh my God, I've always been self-conscious of that. And now here we are laughing and talking about it. This is what the world needs more of. Interesting, Dinky. A bit of Cockney slang for you. Lily paps mean baps, which is what we call breasts here in London. That makes me think of what Russ said on Crim Yard. He said a baloney patch. You've got me checking my nips, and Rafi's looking at me like, what are you doing? Armine, what are your nipples like? Armine is, I can't remember where you're from. Are you from Iran? I think she's from Iran. She lives in the UK, but I feel bad if I'm wrong about that. Nips are like balls. Nobody pays attention. I pay attention to Ali Mac. I like to examine different kinds of balls. Yeah, I think when we find out something is different on other women, we jump to assume ours is wrong or odd. Mayor's Girl, that's why I like chats like this. Don't send your boob pictures to me. Fine. That's true, Kestrel. I'll tell you guys what. We're going to do Colton Crims tonight. Don't send them to Reese. Send them here. Joe Virus is just trying to look for a partner to go to the buffet with him. So do I get to use this as an excuse to go topless for research instead of comfort? You do. Absolutely. No one will care. We're going to do a Colton Crims tonight. I'll have Tommy weigh in on this. I'm sure he would absolutely love to. I've heard of that, Muffet Lou, that areolas get darker after pregnancy. I'm not entirely sure. I wish Chow Yun Smut were in the chat. She's an expert on naked boobs in adult cinema. She is. I miss Chow Yun Smut. She comes in sometimes, but she's going through it. I also want to talk to her about maybe putting together another trip, but nothing as elaborate and luxurious as a cruise, just like a meetup place somewhere in the United States. If you guys would be up for that, like planning it a year out, I would really like to do it. Mine are pretty dark, Shelly Kelly. Yeah, P. Taylor. Are yours are biggish and pink? Okay, so German tits are pink and big. Interesting. Sophia does have big boobs. Yeah, this was great. This is the kind of thing, like, we go all over, and I know people make fun of this. I know people like to really hate about this, and I only know because I hear it. I don't go look, but I mean, they have nothing else to do. But the thing is, if people could just understand, like, this is such a place of safety and peace. Like, we're just here to talk about it. See, old Charlie, learn something new every day. There's nothing wrong with talking about this stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. People want to say it's wrong. People want to say it's disgusting, and people who are very prude don't like it. But the fact of the matter is, it's a body, and it's actually very, it's real life, Allie Mac, but it's also very freeing. I can't think of a better word. Yeah, Joel Sachs. It's very, oh, I'm Irish and Scottish. Mine are pink. So yours are like German tits, Kala. Interesting. Very Italian Greek. I bet that your boobs are dark, Ermine, but I could be wrong. See, Heather, I think we have the same tits. Interesting. See, Crimea River, baloney nips. I think it's more common. This is what I mean. It's very freeing. Thank you, Piper. How many girlfriends and guys and group of people can get together like this? It's hard to do it in person. So we do it here and we get together, and this is our channel to say whatever the fuck we want to say. And this is a safe space. And I like going there sometimes. I know it makes people uncomfortable, but I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to talk about your body and go, oh my God, I'm not so different. Like, what's the harm in that? Yes, it's funny and we laugh, but it's actually like, I feel better tonight with Rain Virus and a bunch of women, Heather, saying, wow, mine are like that too. I don't know. It's very validating. What is Cults and Crims? It's a channel that Tommy, Cults, C-U-L-T, and Crims, like criminal. Yes, Debbie Zito. If you had to guess and didn't know, what would you say I wouldn't guess you to be Spanish, Raymond. I don't know what I would guess, but I would not guess you to be Spanish. Anyway, Cults and Crims is a channel that Tommy and I started, and we did a lot of episodes on it, and then we just fell apart. And now we do it once a week on Friday nights, and we just go over there and have fun. I'm the same because I like to talk about this stuff. When we go over there, I like to get Tommy a little bit loosened up talking about this stuff because he's not as used to it. You can get him talking about it, but Tommy's the one who needs kind of to be pulled out of his shell. Here's the link for it. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Jason P. Yeah, baloney nips, Italian tits. Johnny will be on in a few minutes. I need to go. Okay, Just Joan, I'm going to sign off. You guys, I'll go over and say hi to Johnny too. Bailey, I'm so glad. I hope you join us tonight. We are going to be on in exactly 2 hours. So I will hop off. Guys, thank you for spending this time with me today. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for the super chats. It's so kind. You're Armenian. I lived in Iran and now in London, and you're right, they're brown, I guess baloney size. I've had breast reduction though, doesn't affect the nips. Okay, you're Armenian. I love that. She has a really cool accent. Armene is beautiful. Thank you, Kimberly, and hit subscribe while you guys are in here. Thank you, Claire. You too, Heather. I mean it, guys. I was kind of having a rough day. I keep my family in your thoughts. Send healing vibes if you would, please. And I think everything's going to be okay. It sounds like everything's going to be okay. We're just on a watch right now at the hospital. But I will be back in a couple hours, and I should be on tomorrow, but tomorrow I have my nephew's 4th birthday party, which I'm so excited for. He's so cute. So it'll be tomorrow afternoon that I'll hop on. Sometimes Saturdays and Sundays I don't often stream because you guys don't join me because people have a life and they're doing stuff with their families on the weekends. So, hey, Jamie Palmer. but I should, and I will. I like to push myself too. So unless I'm really sick tomorrow, I won't be on, but otherwise I will. Love you, Jam Jam. I love all of you, by the way. Thank you for lifting me up today. You made me feel better. And again, I will be on in a couple hours with Tommy, and I hope you join us. It's just a fun, lighthearted stream. And again, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I love you all. Even if you're feeling unloved or you're just sitting at home and you're not feeling great, kind of like me, just know that you are loved. This is truly that community for it. This is real. And I love you guys. Nicola, I will be on. You guys are all in good company. This is a really great community and I love it so much. We're all friends here. Love you, Marie Marion. All right, everybody. Love you, Joe and Rain. Love you, Sandra Ferguson. And I will see you guys in a couple hours. Yorkie Mom, love you, girl. And again, thank you guys for becoming members and thank you for the super chats. I really, really appreciate that so much. And I will see you in a couple hours tonight. And here comes Fred.